Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Airstreamers, where you never know what stream will ride. It has been a whole entire week. We're back. Fasten your seatbelts. It's going to be a bumpy night.
Does this thing still work?
Does it? I don't know.
Cheddar.
I didn't look at myself. My hair floof is there.
My face is all red because I just showered.
Yeah, and I just think this computer is a little bit redder than it makes us. But did you know about the cat poop demons? Like, really? It's a real thing.
Yeah, I think we talked about it.
They get excited.
Yeah,
their
because
butthole
it stimulates their butt.
Yeah, and they get all like
Immediate
into
poop
it,
talk.
and then they just run around. Maybe this is the fastest we've gotten to poop talk in that moment, you know, on stream. So thank you everyone for being here. You're all amazing, folks. We love you so much. It's been a whole entire week since we've been here, and we've got a lot to say.
It's been too long. Look at this little kitty.
He's balancing across two armchairs right now. And yes, it has been too long. Oh my God, Cheddar, your butthole just touched my shoulder. That's what they called me in college.
Hi, Leah. Everybody, we missed y'all.
We missed you all so
quite a
much.
bit of stories. Oh, Dr. House.
Thank you, Dr. House.
You guys.
That is sweet. Happy Tuesday, Chrissy. Jen said you need to go to Fortnite Anonymous, except my autocorrect wanted to say fornicate. Also that, too. Fornicate Anonymous. Kat said, I'm ready for the story. Now I feel like we're building it up, and maybe it's not quite a story. But I don't know.
I think that it is fun. It's something that I don't think we've ever experienced before.
No spoilers, Leah, if you know the part we're talking about. Come here, you little baby.
We had a really busy weekend, though. Like, outside of all of the craziness, we had a busy weekend. Also, folks, just a PSA. If you haven't gotten the Muskrat Nation Spooky Edition by Sticker Junkie, you can still win it tonight.
And we've got a whole trough of them.
We
Speaking
have
of troughs,
some. We're running out, though. I mean, we don't have endless amounts, but we have some.
Speaking of troughs.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I don't even know where to start with the story. Thank you. Did
also,
you say Heidi?
I was going to say thank you, Lisa Adam 007 for the follow. And Heidi, thank you for resubbing for 44 months. Holy McMoly. Bastet, 23 months, almost 2 years. Thank you so much, Bastet. I feel like we've known you a lifetime. Thank you.
Patsy said so. Most of the stream is hyping the story and then not getting any time for the story. And Brittany said that Leah's Brittany's Fortnite professor extraordinaire. I'm hooked. Chris and Elias would love it.
We played a little bit.
Yeah, I think my biggest annoyance. It's totally fun and it's great, but I think Epic, the company, that whole thing was a turnoff to me with what went down.
Yeah,
that has been.
But then you have to say you can't get in that whole mindset.
No, I think with big corporations like that in Epic, like what they've done,
because they did the whole Unreal Engine too, and like you're not playing any Unreal games, and they're making money off of that.
No, I know. I'm not saying that.
Yeah, I think if you have fun,
you're putting words in my mouth. I think, sir.
Okay.
I'm saying that I think that whole moment just turned me off to the game. Not I'm like anti-Epic, they're the worst company ever. That's all that I'm saying.
Okay,
you know?
That makes sense.
It was just like an annoying whole thing that they did where like they pulled it and they were trying to blame Apple, but Google was doing the same bullshit and all of that. It was just like a whatever. Leah said I think Apple did Epic dirty. There's fighting words, Leah. Because what Apple did is exactly what Google did to them, and no one ever talks about Google's Play and all of that. Get it? Google Play.
Hysterical.
You know?
Charlie boy, thank you for 42 months with us. Thank you. I don't know if your luxury sub twin is here. But we can never have enough luxury Canadians on the stream. Let me tell you that.
23 wants to know if the story is related to a poop bucket incident at Camp Muskrat. It is not. I don't know why I had to think about that. Patsy said, I'm going to abstain from drawings until the spooky stickers are gone. Then I'm all in until I get an Eloise cupcake. Oh, feel free. Do whatever you want.
Yeah, Patsy, you can totally.
Patsy said, made my first visit to the local Total Wine and More today. Take me to church, LOL. Hashtag church. Leah goes, come fight me in a battle royale. Dead. That's so funny.
Okay, so should we start? Because Friday night, we here's the goal of the weekend.
Let's talk about why we didn't stream. Like, we didn't stream because we knew we were going to have 2 busy days.
Yeah, we needed to move the Airstream. So the Airstream had a couple of things. It's still under warranty, which is good. So we had to fix the shower fan because that somehow burnt out. I don't know if it got wet or something. And we had to fix the refrigerator.
We
would have fixed that on our own.
Yeah.
But the Airstream refrigerator started freezing over in the fridge and staying warm in the freezer. And so that was a big no-no. And we can't fix that. So we ended up deciding that it made sense to maybe bring it into the dealership to have them fix it like professionals.
Yeah. And the thing about, like, obviously the Airstream is intended to be moved, but we basically have used it as a home for 3 years ish. So, like, it wasn't in the condition to be moved. Like,
you should have your iPad to just show like what we had to do. You don't have your Apple Pencil, do you?
No, but what did we do?
Like moving it and all of that stuff. The location.
Oh, the videos, you mean?
Yeah, because like what the problem is, even though we have like,
I don't think we have like good footage of that to really showcase what happened.
Even though I
planned on making a video, but honestly, it was so stressful for the whole beginning of it. Like the whole experience, I always was like worried about the movement. I'm worried about like.
No, I was anxious all week.
Yeah, and so I didn't fully get to feel good about like putting content together and stuff until like we were finally on the road, and then I started recording stuff. I'm like, well, who cares about this? You know, at this point we're already mobile, so.
Cooking Sherry, thank you for 300 legendary legend bits.
Thank you.
And that helped us complete level 1 hype train. Thanks so much, Cooking Sherry.
We did not buy a new Bambi so we can have more guests at Camp Muskrat.
Can you imagine?
We actually jokingly have talked about this long-term goal of that, the joke of that.
Okay, that would not happen unless
now we know. Forget about money. Space-wise, it doesn't work. Yeah. We used to we're frozen. What the hell?
Is it?
We're back now, but why did it drop? Jesus Christ!
Is it better?
Yeah, we should be better, but I don't know what happened.
Leah cutting the wires. So, what did we say? Where were we? Stupid internet.
Yeah, stupid internet.
Oh, we have like all of the electronics and everything just kind of set up in the spot that they were set up. All the cables connected. And like all of those stuff have to go
the home pod, the like knickknacks that we have everywhere, the pots and pans drawer. Normally, when you're in a position when you move your Airstream regularly, like when we did the last one and we moved it frequently, it was like the bare minimum setup in the Airstream, and then we'd pack things to put into your car to set up our little nest for the weekend and then pull those things back again.
Yeah, we were just we were more mindful of it when we were moving it regularly. But now things that are like breakable that you can't just have out when you're transporting it.
Remember the person who flew out?
Okay.
That's like a crazy story. I
don't want to jump around, but I can't believe, when I'm driving the Airstream, my butthole is severely puckered the entire time. Yeah. I cannot imagine ever letting you go into the back of the Airstream or anybody.
Even for 1 minute.
Even for 1 minute while the car was moving.
We said if it ever hit a bump, even a little bit, you're hitting the ceiling. You're straight to the roof.
And the fact that person opened the door while it was moving. Yeah. Crazy. No, Patsy, you didn't miss it.
No, we haven't even started the story. So on Friday
we took the truck up and
we got up there late. Work. We set up stuff. We were preparing for stuff and ended up like having just a night in, whatever. Saturday we woke up and we're like, let's go get breakfast. And then we went to, and by that I mean like at noon. So it ultimately became a brunch that became a lunch because we didn't get to the spot.
Okay, there's like realistically in this location 3 places for potential breakfast. One of them you're going to sit until tomorrow before you get served.
Yeah, your pierogies.
Yeah. Their service there's one person who works there. Literally one person who serves a a pretty big diner.
It's like Luann or something, and Luann
serves everyone.
Yeah.
So that's kind of out of the question because unless you have like a long weekend,
I bet that the many folks up there make a day of it. They're like, oh, we're going to Luann's.
Yeah.
You know, pack your things, and they go and sit.
So that's not an option.
Not an option.
The other one is one that is a nice restaurant. They have kind of like a smaller menu that is on the Delaware. It's on the river. It's actually really nice. Their food is delicious.
Was this motorcycle place we went to?
Yeah, but they don't really like, I don't know if they got rid of brunch or what.
Yeah, because we had brunch there before and it was delicious. So we kind of were hoping for that. But by the time we got there, it was just like a lunch thing. And it was still good. The food was delish. But we were overrun by a motorcycle gang. Like straight up, there was maybe 20 motorcycles in front, all these motorcycle people around. And then for a moment, I felt like, do I want to start wearing motorcycle gear? Because I think it looks so cool. But then I didn't go down that route. But all those guys running around, they were great. They look great.
Yeah.
It was like cool looking. I don't know how to describe it. Like cyberpunk style. Like
badasses.
Badass. Like all of them were badasses.
And then the third option for breakfast is this place that's like a really good breakfast.
But it's like a hole in the wall. Like
it's a hole in the wall, but their hours are so like hit or miss. It's kind of like you're going to go there and they're going to be open when they feel like it. And you have no idea whether or not it's today or tomorrow.
Correct.
So those are the three options for breakfast. And so, of course, the one place we're not going to because we had work to do that day
was
Luann's.
Yeah.
So we said no to that. Then we're like, okay, let's go to the hole in the wall. Of course, it's closed. And then the third option was let's go to the other place, but that turned out to just be lunch.
Yeah, which at this point it was like 1 o'clock or 2 o'clock or something.
Delicious like hummus.
And I ate tomatoes that day. That was the story I was telling on Muskrat Meals. Leah called me a leather daddy. 23, you missed.
Not you. I think the leather daddies are the motorcycle gang.
Oh.
I mean, you can be a leather daddy.
Maybe that's what I envisioned myself as.
I don't think you have a single thing in leather.
None.
Yeah.
And actually, I'm like against leather, I think.
Yeah.
23's question is, so in the timeline right now, the Airstream is at the dealer and you guys are waiting and looking for food. No, the Airstream is still at Camp Muskrat in this part of the story.
Here's the goal of the weekend. Friday, we went up and we chilled, and it was good because we got up really late, like up to Camp Muskrat after work and everything, super late. So it was good that we didn't stream that night. Saturday, the plan was to start to dismantle things. And then Sunday, we were planning on taking the Airstream home with us and then to the dealership.
Well, Sunday, we were planning on taking it to the dealership this week, not on Sunday.
Well, we had an appointment on Monday to drop it off.
Yeah, but we were going to take it back home here and then bring it back the next day, which was yesterday. So at this point of the story, it's Saturday. The Airstream is still there. We go to have this lunch situation, whatever, get basically just surrounded by leather daddies everywhere. They were kind of nice. The people next to us were nice. I told you the story about how like one guy was talking about his daughter and how he said something very like profound about how he hopes one day she sees the beautiful mind that he knows she has or something like that. I'm butchering it, but it seemed like she doesn't have much confidence, this girl, and that he hopes one day she gets the confidence she should have or something like that. It was a sweet moment. So
100%.
Completely.
100%.
23 said Chris has that fun leather collar. So
that's right. Sam.
we left from there to go back and kind of chill. We were planning on having like a pretty chill day because Oktoberfest was in a nearby area that we were planning on going to, like this event that we just didn't have any expectation of or know.
Okay, the last time we tried to go to this Oktoberfest was last year. We were all excited about it. We had plans with Leah and Danielle to go to it.
Yeah.
And we both got COVID. And so that got canceled.
The days before.
This was our third year trying to go to this Oktoberfest after buying this property.
Yeah.
And how did it go?
Well, then when we got back home, I said to Chris, I'm like, look, I know the plan is Oktoberfest, but I really think we should maybe just do the things we know we can do today in the Airstream so that we can prepare for tomorrow, because we haven't moved the Airstream ever. So Sundays are typically like a rush day because we're going from up there to packing to down here to unpacking, all of this stuff. It's going to be a crazy day. Cut to like 3, 4, 5 hours later, we're in the thick of every possible obstacle we could have found along the way. For example, the lock to get into the what is it called? The hitch.
Yeah.
The lock to get into the hitch that prevents someone else from like stealing your Airstream. The key wasn't working. This singular thing is preventing us completely from actually doing any of the work we're trying to do.
Wait, I want to, Leah, because Leah's right. We are super selfish and left Leah at home. But Leah, the problem was we had all of this other stuff to do.
Yeah, it was like a working weekend. It was
like
literally
to pack
a
up
working
the
weekend.
Airstream, but like it just, I know now next year, no matter what, we have to go with Leah because of how much fun it is.
Oh, it would have been, when I tell you, Leah,
freaking blast.
Leah would have been the dancing with those people. You know,
100%.
You know that.
100%.
And we were like goofy and silly, and that, which we'll get to in a second.
Okay, so first obstacle, Elias says to me, okay, we need to start like working on packing stuff up. Me, I'm not normally a procrastinator, but when it is something I really don't want to do, I'm good at like putting it off. This was something I really didn't want to do. And so you were saying, let's do a little bit today so that we don't do it all tomorrow. And I was like, I want to go to Oktoberfest. Like I was looking for anything not to.
I can't believe that I was who I was.
You were the responsible adult.
I was the responsible adult, and I was this is happening right now. You move this here. I'm bringing the Kubota down. I'm mowing the lawn. Move these things here. I'm doing that. Blah blah blah. The whole time. And
no,
you're just
you
like,
were, and I was so not in it.
And
then Mary Jane is here. Thank you so
Hi,
much,
Mary
Mary
Jane.
Jane. 42 months. With your happy sub-anniversary to my sub-twin Charlie boy. You guys are the sweetest. Thank you so much, Mary Jane.
So one of the things that Chris got stuck on the very first time was that the Airstream, I don't know why we were like concerned that someone's going to steal this thing. Like, can you imagine stealing an Airstream? But there's this locking mechanism that you put in between the two wheels so that it pushes them far apart from each
No, that's
other.
not a locking mechanism.
What the
That's
hell
a
is
wheel
that?
chock
For what?
to keep the wheels steady.
What's the behind thing?
All right, let me just show. Can you look them up on your computer? Because I want to give people just context to what we're dealing with.
Context clues? Well, hold on. That's not it. I need to do this.
Okay, so we have an Airstream that has 2 axles. So the wheels are like close by each other. And then there's a little space between them. And you can put this thing between the space that's like an X, between the space of the wheels. And what it does is it just keeps the wheels from rolling. So it's like a stabilizer so that the inside of the Airstream isn't as like shaky when you're walking around on it. Because like ultimately you're on sort of like a tripod.
Yeah, I don't know where to find that.
Just look up
Chris.
X-Chock. Oh, like on Google, I'm saying.
Oh.
I just want people to know what they look like.
X-Chock.
Yeah, these things. Okay, so can I share your screen?
Why does it just do that all tiny? Like, I just want it to show.
No, don't go there because of
Yeah, I know,
that
I
stuff.
know.
Just plug your computer in. This was the first obstacle.
Wait, I was ill prepared for this moment right now, Chris. So hang on just a second. Okay.
Patsy got auto-modded because she said the slutty wrench discussion. Can I share it?
No, not yet. Okay.
Yes?
Yeah.
Okay, so these are the things. These things go in between the wheels and they stabilize it. And if you look at the top, they've got a little like nut thing on the top and you got to turn the nut.
That's what they called me in college.
Yeah, no, that's what they didn't do in college.
Yeah, Shelly, next year we're doing it.
Oh my God, Shelly, 100%. So we have these things and they've been sitting there on the tires for 3 years. And in my mind somewhere, I probably overthought it on where I put it and I don't remember where. but there's a specific size wrench that you need to put on that top part in order to remove them.
Right here, this thing. It's a specific size wrench.
And we couldn't find it.
So now cut to like straight up like an hour and a half or two later.
We'll bust a nut.
And Chris still couldn't find it. What is Leah saying? We need this to happen, Corey and Shelly. I will bust the nut. You would do it. We could have used you.
Chow, thank you for
Chow.
29 months. I think you're back from Japan now, but if not, I hope you're having a blast. And if you're back, I hope you had a blast.
Totally. And we're playing Dead by Daylight on Friday, so if you would like to join us, you're more than welcome.
So that
you would bust that nut. Totally. So now at this point, this tool thing is causing mayhem because again, it's one of the obstacles of we will not be able to move the Airstreamer like we're supposed to without this tool. So now I've decided instead of just sitting there, I'm going to go and take the Kubota, cut all of the grass around, move things around, just be proactive in getting things prepared for like what the next step will be. And it's like an hour later and I'm like, Chris, did you find the wrench or whatever? He's like, no, I didn't find it. And he's he's looking in the same drawers, the same pull things. You were trying to materialize it.
Dr. House said you should have just left it like there on the thing to just store it. Makes sense, but I didn't. In my mind, what I would have thought is
Hey, Sean.
I'd put it inside of like my compartment in my car or like something because I know that we're not going to need that until I have my truck.
Yeah.
So I figured that was the case. It wasn't.
It wasn't.
I couldn't find it anywhere.
Everywhere. We found all of the poop droppings from rats inside the sherd because there's like just rats, not rats. They're like little mice. I've never seen them, but the little poop droppings that they have all over. We're pulling at everything. We're looking through the previous owner's like stuff that has been left in there. And lo and behold, in the old owner's stuff, there's a wrench. A wench? No, a wrench, right?
Yeah.
No, isn't there a winch
hey,
tool?
Sean, don't apologize. Thank you for being here, Sean.
Totally just in time.
No, a winch.
Winch, that's it. Thank you.
That's the
winch
thing
is
in the front of the
hook.
car.
Yeah. So the wrench that Chris finds like an older, it's like rusted. It's like dilapidated.
And it's now I'm like hot. I'm disgusting.
We're sweating. I mean, we've been out there
because I've
forever.
been looking all over for this wrench and I pick it up and it's covered in grease.
Yeah, disgusting. So then we bring it over. Like, is this the size? It's not a one size fits all scenario. It's like straight up gotta be the size. And Chris locks it on top of it and it's the fucking size. Exactly what we needed from this old owner. Thankfully, he left it there. I bet it's for the exact same product that he had up there.
Well, I bought a new one.
Okay, great.
But the thing is that it's not a matter of like just go down to your local hardware store.
No, it's like a lock. It's like a purposeful thing.
No, we could have gone to Home Depot and gotten like a wrench for
a wench, a beer wench.
but it's like 30 minutes there at 30 or 40 minutes there.
Yeah.
30 or 40 minutes back. And that's like already an like however much time, like an hour and a half that we would spend just driving, getting this stupid wrench. And
we had a little bit of a time crunch because Oktoberfest only lasted till 6. So when we started our project,
it was 12 to 6. And
yeah.
I didn't say this to you, but I was like, I thought at one point I was going to get snarky and I sucked it in. I was like, oh, I guess we're not going to Oktoberfest. But I didn't.
It's my fault we're not going to Oktoberfest. Yeah, chapter 1, getting the nut loose. So we ultimately found this thing. Keep in mind till 6 o'clock is when it is. And we started at 2 and
now we're at like 3 o'clock.
No, I think we're like at 4 o'clock. Yeah, I think we're at 4 o'clock.
Oh, because we spent an hour packing stuff. Then we were going to move it. So the first step was pack all the shit. Second step, move it back.
Yeah. Then there is this tool that exists that I've shown possibly before in Airstreamers where you put the trailer hitch into the tool and then you see, Chris, you walked out of frame and now like our complexion is better.
Yeah, it's because it's
Look, you come into the frame and look what happened.
We have to like fix it like on something. It's because
Did you see what it's doing? Look, if I walk out, is it any better?
No, I'm still red from the shower. I feel it. Do you feel my face?
No, I know, but I look very weird complexion. I don't know what the hell this camera's doing. We need to figure it out. All right. Anyway, so
No, I don't carry tools in my truck, Tammy. What do I look like? A straight person? I don't even know what to do with the tools.
Time is running out. We're trying to figure shit out. So I need to now put this contraption that single-handedly, by motion like this, moves the whole Airstream by hand so that we could push the Airstream back to allow Chris's car to fit in. It's a complicated process. I probably should have recorded something about this to show you, but it's just a lot.
But we were stressed like all day.
Completely. So we're trying to figure this thing out. I thought I knew how to put it in, and I'm winding it up. It's not working. Chris, like, did you watch a video? I'm like, no. He's like, can you watch a video? That's when I knew
I didn't
you were,
say, can you watch? I said,
did.
don't you think you should watch a video?
No, you said, can you watch a video? You absolutely, that was your first moment of like potential snarkiness where you're like,
It was seeping out.
yeah. Oh, and the other moment of snarkiness that you overcame was the moment where I didn't know what was going on with a problem you were having in your journeys. And I was asking you a question and I was like, is it inside? You're like, no, it's not inside. I'm like, okay. And I was like, all right, here we are. We're hungry. All of this stuff.
And I wanted my Oktoberfest.
Yeah. So I finally get this going. Okay. I get going. I love to tell the story. We'll never hear the end. So I get going all the way to the back and I move it to the back. Now at this point, underneath the Airstream, there's a lot of shit.
Said $4.99 shade. Watch the effing video, Elias.
Exactly. I now have to.
Don't you have a video to show of the moving of it?
Oh, I think I have the video of you doing it. I don't know why. Like, I don't even know where anything. Oh, this video.
So
here.
while Elias is pulling that up, remember we've overcome trying the stuck key that keeps us from using the hitch. We've overcome
look
the wrench, and now we're moving the Airstream by hand.
Look, you see this thing? Look, Chris is literally moving the Airstream by hand. Look at this.
Look how pissed I am. I am
Look at the
so
bugs.
pissed.
Look at the bugs.
Oh, the bugs were terrible.
Look, do you see the bugs floating?
I think it's because like all of the grass that was high that like was around there, we were just turning up like and kicking the bugs out from it.
Side note, look at this delicious
so pissed past that.
We need to fix this. Whatever this is that's going on between this HDR bullshit. Something is awry. We'll fix it.
Can you just show like you're literally moving the Airstream?
I just showed it. What do you mean?
Oh. Like
What are you
was it
talking
moving?
about? Yeah.
Oh, well, it doesn't look like I'm moving it.
Look. You're moving it.
Oh, like yeah.
It's moving only like an inch at a time, Chris. Look, you're moving it.
Thank you, Sean.
Okay, now here's the deal. The reason why we have to move it, if you can sort of follow my mouse, I'll try to make it big. This area right in front of Chris, to like behind where Chris's butt is, this is where we need to pull Chris's car into in reverse so we can then go up the exit up that way, like off to the right. And it took us a while to get the Airstream in this position based off the way that Camp Muscat is designed. We didn't think that it would be as hard as it was, but it was. So we never moved it again. So this is why this part of the story is a little bit stressful for us and why we were like freaking out about it. And finally, we did do that thing. Then it comes time to pull the car back to do it and actually connect the hitch to the back of the car.
We didn't do that on Saturday, though.
We were practicing.
But we didn't do that.
Because we were practicing. Because your key didn't fit.
Oh, in the hitch.
Yeah.
But that was before. Because you couldn't get the machine on it until you took that hitch pin out.
Whatever. Point is, in this moment,
yes,
we're dealing with this extra obstacle of Chris could not get his key to fit into the lock because it was like corroded.
It was like
this particular lock is the singular thing that's holding us back from actually moving this goddamn Airstream at this point. So Chris is just jamming it in there like this the whole time, just like rimming it in.
Well, because it looked like it was like corroded or something on it. It has a little cover on it. I bought a new one because like whatever that one is crap.
Yeah. So then I go over and I'm like, can I try? I'm like, can I just try, please? And I go on and I'm like holding it and I'm like, click, 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 click. Whoosh, whoosh. And I'm like, what the hell?
It's because I loosened it.
Okay. Just like a pickle jar.
Just like a pickle jar.
Yeah. Next time you can hook the truck up to the trailer, don't put your sway bars on yet and you can maneuver in tight spaces.
Oh my God, Tammy.
Oh, that makes sense. Interesting. But
then
I think
what is that?
Leah was the lock, inside the lock, because it just sat out in front of, you know, in the elements for the whole time.
It has like a little slide cover on it, but I feel like the water just probably got in there somehow. And the like maybe humidity in the air or something just made it corrode. The new one I have has like a rubber cover on it so that, you know, rubbers protect against everything.
Yeah.
So
Prophylacteria.
Yeah.
Prophylactic.
So, so now we've gotten things packed. We've moved the Airstream back enough. And we're like, okay,
we feel comfortable about
let's
this.
go to Oktoberfest.
So Oktoberfest
this is where the craziness starts.
Oktoberfest is like
I need to blow my nose for this.
Maybe like a third of the way away, a third of a mile. So we just walked up the hill to get to the Oktoberfest like lot. Are you okay? Are you gonna blow your nose on stream? See, look, why when you leave the stream?
It's because my face
is red. It can't be you.
Yeah,
Can you go to the Elgato? Is it focusing on you? Like, can we make it focus more generally?
You're making me feel bad.
It's not you. It's that it's picking someone. Anyway.
Yeah.
All right. We'll figure it out. I keep saying that and then we focus on it. So we walk to the Oktoberfest area and we go in.
Wait, Night Viper asked a good question just for people just jumping on. We have to move the Airstream because we had to take it to the dealer for service. The refrigerator is broken. Is your refrigerator running? And the answer is no, it's driving.
Yeah. I don't think I got it.
Because it moves in a car, like driving.
Oh, I just clicked. Yeah. We are also, by the way, I just have to commend us. We're actually really skilled at putting on the, like, connecting. Once everything is, like, once all this excess stuff happened, we were right back in our element of, like, connecting we have our parts in the connection of the hitch to the truck, the sway bars.
Oh, no, that's
pins,
super
like,
easy.
It's so great. Yeah. And at one point, we were all terrified about that, but it really worked. So we get to Oktoberfest, and at Oktoberfest, I need to show this video of me and you with the beer, but I need sound, and I don't understand why this doesn't work.
No, it does have sound. You fixed it the last time.
No, because I had sound going on over there, and it didn't work.
Well, I'll help you adjust it. But
So
wait, before we even go to Oktoberfest, we had to first walk back, get the car, go to the ATM because they only take cash there.
Oh my God, this part of the goddamn story.
So we had to walk back, get the car, go to the
15
ATM.
minutes away to an ATM.
Get cash, come back, then walk back to Oktoberfest. It was like everything in the universe wanted us not to go to this Oktoberfest.
Literally. And I kind of wonder, maybe by the time we get to the end of the story, whether it will have been...
I think it was worth it.
No, I know, but maybe the universe had a lot of adjustments to make the end of the night a little bit different than what could have happened. So we get to Oktoberfest now. At this point, we get this beer. The beer is delicious. We're just kind of sitting there like, what in the
I think there's like a local brewery around there, and I think that they got it from
the beer
that.
is called Oktoberfest, like the flavor of the beer that they talked about.
No, but it's like from a local brewery, and it was probably the best beer I've ever had.
Can I show this picture? I think so.
I guess.
Okay, so here's this picture. I just want to show you where we finally ended up. Here we are, Von Steuben Germanfest. So right, we were there. So, oh, here's us again.
This is the delicious beer.
Yeah. Now, keep in mind, I don't know why we look this way. This isn't what this picture looks like, but
Well, we went up to the person and they were like, "Okay, do you want two glasses or do you want a pitcher?" And I was like, "Okay, we'll have like two glasses." And then Elias was like,
yeah, see, it's coming out of here.
"Yeah, just switch it in sound." Elias was like, "Well, why don't we just get a pitcher?" And I'm like, "Okay, you don't have to tell me twice."
No, but then it breaks. It doesn't play.
No,
You don't have.
here
I
it
did.
does
I did. Look, Camlink 4K, but there's nothing there. Oh,
Oh my God, it's really not that hard.
this is Leah.
Everybody had like really cool hats with feathers in them, and we were just there stupid, hot and sweaty from moving the Airstream.
Okay, so now this video is one of my favorites. Oh wait, actually, this is one of my favorite. Hold on.
Show the picture
Okay,
of you.
this video. Let me see if it's okay to show. Yeah, I think it's okay to show. This video is now Chris in the middle of the land there.
That has no service.
No service. And one of the new features of iOS 18 is a feature, and I think it's maybe the iPhone Pro and Pro Max. I'm not sure. But it's got a feature where if you don't have service, you can send a text message via satellite, pointing your phone at the satellite and having the satellite relay the message to the intended user. So now Chris is trying to send Leah a message at this point, and this is what's going on. Look at Chris. Chris, the interface you can't see, but literally he's following a satellite.
I wanted to send a message to Leah.
And in that moment, look at this face.
Yeah, pissed.
Pissed. Wait. Pissed. Because Leah's not responding. Okay? Can you hear me now?
Shelly, yes, we do have Sam Adams in New Jersey, and their Oktoberfest beer is probably my favorite, now only second to this one that we had at Oktoberfest. It was just so good. It was like not sweet, but just so flavorful.
It was so good.
And not like super hoppy. I don't love it when there's like a ton of hoppy flavor in beer. It was just delicious. But
So
Sam
then-
Adams is a very close second to this one.
So then we get into a situation where I'm like, you know what, jokingly, but kind of not for like content. I was like, can we do a beer chugging contest? And so at this point we've had like a pitcher of beer. So basically like 2 cups of beer each. And then we got a 3rd cup of beer. So that's what I think this one was, maybe.
It was like 2.5.
Yeah.
Because like you basically got 5 cups of beer for the price of 4 if you got a pitcher.
Yeah. So then Chris is like, sure, let's do it. And so we move around the table. So we were sitting there. We had a nice little pretzel and fries, like little children.
Yeah, you got salted potatoes.
No, I asked what a salted potato was. And then the beer wench was like, oh, if you don't know, let me give you one to try. Because it's really delicious. And it was just a little boiled potato. It wasn't anything more than that, just to be honest.
Mary Jane is having typing trouble.
And said I'm a dumpster. So we start the beer chugging process. So now again, it's
I don't
important
think
to
I've
remember.
ever chugged a beer.
Yeah, that was my first time too. And I think I did okay.
I know. I think we'll find out.
We were sitting there, you know, eating our little foods, and then we moved around to the other side. So it's important to remember that, because wait till the end of this video. It's one of my favorite things that's ever happened in the world. Okay.
Beer chugging contest.
It's washed out. Just deal with it.
3, 2, 1.
No, it's so hard to chug beer. I don't know how people do it.
Opa! I hope this was ours. I don't think so.
In case you missed it, Chris grabs a random napkin that's on the table and wipes his mouth with it.
No, I was immediately, I was like, if I wasn't going to throw up from chugging the beer, I was going to throw up from that.
Okay?
That was disgusting.
Now, I did it on purpose to let Chris feel a little bit of that insanity because I thought it was funny, but it was my napkin. I brought it around from the other side. Like, we were drinking and eating our food, so I was just holding on to my napkin, and you can see it as I pointed out to you because you don't believe me. I do a little folding trick on my napkin, and then I fold it in half, and that is what that napkin is. So it is mine.
Sam is right. Chug at 40 is a slow drink.
It's hysterical. Yeah. That chug took way too long. You know, Mary Jane, what's funny? In the moment that was happening, I legitimately thought I was like an Olympian chugger. And I look back at that and I'm like, am I drinking? Like,
No.
why is there no urgency to my drink there? You know?
No, I see the videos on like Instagram and
No,
it's
they
like
go-
gone.
You know what they do? And this is a scary thing. People have the ability to like open their throat and it just dumps.
Oh, like a throat goat.
I guess, but a throat goat like can take a lot of pumping action. I think this is more like you open this remains open, and as you do this, you're literally dropping the water down to here. It's insane. You know, what else is going on here?
So now the problem is that we don't chug beer. We have had a pitcher of beer and another glass. We've really not had much food today.
that day, yeah.
Because we were busy working on the
Gullet, yeah, your gullet. You open your gullet.
on the Airstream, and we were like hot and tired from this. All the work. So now we're all getting a little loosey-goosey.
A little loosey-goosey. So now me and Chris just start kind of like people watching in the best way possible. First of all, Chris is just sitting there trying to do a space race, as he called it, between sending Leah, Sue, and Danielle an SOS message to see who would respond first in the case of emergency and who would win this space race, as Chris called it. And Danielle was the first one to respond. Guess what Leah didn't do? Leah
was busy teaching
that's
Brittany Fortnite.
That's what I was going to say. That Leah ultimately was too engrossed in the Fortnite.
Which I'll give a pass.
Of course. Absolutely. So that had happened. And then we started people watching and just observing people and like...
Now there's like a group of like bro dudes who are all kind of like gathered together.
Oh, they annoyed the shit out of me.
And they were all just gabbing.
One of them like lost their child without paying attention to where the child went. The mom is like, where the hell's the kid? And he's like, I don't know. I'm like, Jesus Christ.
I think what creeped me out was
family.
like when one of them like broke away because the kids weren't going down the bounce house fast enough. He was like, get down the slide right now.
In front of everyone.
That
was like a little trauma. That was like I don't like, or triggering, I should say. I didn't like that.
But anyway, they were all like doing their thing. And so, of course, being gays, we have to judge. And so we were just sitting there judging.
Correct.
Asses. We were judging
fronts.
Packages.
Yeah.
Bulges.
Yeah.
All of that kind of stuff.
Faces. Yeah.
And then at some point, because I've eaten now, well, first, before I ate, I had to wash my hands. So I've experienced the bathroom at this place.
Yes. Chris comes out of the bathroom and is like, you have to go in there and see the urinal. Because guess what it was? A trough urinal.
But it was like a rusty...
A disgusting, rusty, like tetanus. Like your pee stream could reverse back into you to give you tetanus.
I think so.
From it. It was
I think
disgusting.
you have to push hard just to keep the tetanus out.
I said to Chris, I'm like, I want to go in there and take a picture of it so I can show to Airstreamers. He's like, do not go in there and take a picture of the bathroom. And I'm like, you're right. I shouldn't go take a picture of the bathroom.
Oh, sure,
So
Pam.
funny.
Thank you for 39 months with us. Deb, thank you for 43 months. Deb, we love you too. Both of you guys. We love you so much. Thank you,
Short Pam.
for
Thank you,
43
Deb.
months.
Yeah, 23. Where's our child? I don't know. We'll just have another one. No big deal. That's what it felt like in that moment. So, yes, I did not take a picture of the urinal, but you can use your imagination that it was one trough, one like maybe like the equivalent of 3 urinals in a trough form.
I didn't have to use the urinal because I was just washing my hands and I have like a very large bladder. So
Oh, no, I didn't use the urinal. I went back in with Chris later on to wash my hands as well. We both were washing our hands as someone was peeing in the urinal. And like, it's just, people are so weird. The way that he turned like almost like diagonal. So like we don't get to look at his
yeah, we weren't going
dick.
to, I didn't want to see it
no,
anyway.
I didn't want to see it, you know?
Yeah. If I wanted to see it, I would have asked him to turn the other way.
Yeah.
Like, can you get at least an eye shot, please?
Yeah.
That's what you say.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
You know?
Short Pam.
Short Pam. So sweet. Okay, so we're leaving there. I think our time is up. We're about to start walking out of there.
Well, they were like closing. It
Yeah,
was like
'cause we
only
finally got
this
there.
is only like 6 o'clock.
We got there between 5 and only stayed for an hour. So all this stuff went down in an hour.
Yeah, but in an hour we drank like 6 beers.
Yeah.
Like so, or no, 4 beers.
4 beers. We drank 4 beers of this kind of Oktoberfest. So it's not the strongest, but like 4 beers in is going to do something to you.
Yeah.
And so
you
we're
a
walking
little
away.
loosey-goosey.
They have these 2 frames that you stand in front of so that you can like, you know those frames where you put your head here and then like your body looks different than your face or whatever. And of course it's like both of them are a man and a woman, And I wanted to take a picture in front of them, but we don't really know anyone there. So I just go up to this young girl who's playing like soccer with her friends right in front of us, definitely traumatized her. And I'm like, can you take a picture of us, please? She's like, sure. And then this is the picture that came up. This is the picture she took of us. This is the return of Alexandra the Gay right here. Chris,
Nice
I like
chest plate.
Thank you. And I really like your long
do you like my neck?
Your
Yeah.
long neck.
Yeah.
She definitely, this girl was like, went home and was like,
Yeah. Is this
something
supposed to
weird
happen, Mom?
Yeah. Nice rack. So this was a lot of fun. And then we're walking out. Okay. So we're leaving and we're going to walk back to our Airstream. We were ready to call it a night. Then what we realized is right across from us is a bar that has had a bit of a sketchy history. Like it was open. We actually mentioned it once before on stream where it was really like low quality, very dirty. There was like Chris played game music.
Yeah, it's like a dive bar.
Really hardcore dive bar. And then
But it's right across the street. And
literally just walk right across.
We heard other people who were there who were drinking for much longer than us, probably.
way longer. Not the ambulance place. That ambulance place is not within walking distance from where we were.
They were like, "Oh, let's go to this bar."
And we were like,
I
I don't know, do you want to go for a drink? Maybe.
Yeah, I was ready to just go back to the Airstream, and Elias was like, "No, let's go," and I was like, "Okay, fine, sounds fun."
Okay,
So we get there.
We get there, and now
it's-
this is Chris picking the game music, making sure.
Wait, is it gonna?
Oh yeah, lower.
So it was like pretty busy there to start.
Yeah, I mean it was okay, but there was a pool table there. So the pool table. Let me just show you. I want to show you.
Can I raise it?
Yeah, but I want to show. Let me see this one. Okay, I think this one works. So this is the table. Like me and Chris are playing pool at this pool table. This is a hyperlapse video, so it's like. That's why
So
I'm
it was
moving my
like
legs.
it was a lot of fun because
No, this is it. It wasn't that busy. Look at how few people there. That's it. In the background, that's it. It was like 7 people at the bar and then us.
now
Right?
we are continuing to drink here, and is that the best choice? Probably not, because Elias and I both said we have a very busy day the next day. Let's make sure that we are mindful of our choices during the day, because we have to move the Airstream. And once we got you get a pitcher of beer and all your inhibitions go out the window.
Gone.
And you just
Gone.
keep going.
Gone. It's when you realize why there are so many bad decisions that can happen from that moment, like accidents and just dumb things that people do, because you really lose that. And I don't think I've been that way in a really long time. Maybe the last time I've been that way was like Vegas when we were with Leah and you both went to whatever
Circus.
Yeah, that was probably the last time I got this way, where like it was really bad. So while we're playing it on our fifth drink at this point, it's pretty empty.
now we are just, now that we're like comfortable and in a spot and we have our game that we're playing, we are continuing to play pool. We played pool for like many hours.
We played pool for many hours. It was $1.25 to play. You had to get quarters, so we kept going back to get quarters. And then after like game 2 or 3, this is when the story. This is to me the start.
This is the story.
Okay, so this older gentleman came over to us in this empty bar. Us two.
I don't think his real name is what he told us, so we can use his name.
We can use his real. We could use his real name if if someone knows this person.
Yeah, please tell us who he is.
Okay,
FO.
so we end up getting this guy comes over to us and he's like, and the music's, by the way, blasting
gay, because we are
blasting gay
pumping
music.
Cash money into the
We must have
into
spent,
the jukebox.
no joke, $15 on music that was all like Kylie, Madonna, Britney,
Beyonce.
Oh, my favorite was
Rihanna.
the Beyonce that this man was like just being forced into listen to. This man comes over and he asks us in very so loud, you can't really hear anything, if he can join us for a game. And we're like, all right, that's cool. Fine. A very elderly gentleman who has lots of biker gear with like badges and what looks like vest or vet stuff, like
yeah, he was a Vietnam vet. Like it said it on his thing.
that?
Yeah, and I said to him, I was like, hey, my dad served in Vietnam, and I was like, thanks for your service.
What
and
did he
like,
say? You didn't tell me this.
Oh, well, he was just cool about it. I think he was just like, this was his life, and I was like interested in it. So I
Okay.
kind of wanted to open the door for, hey, you've had some experiences that I never would have had or that I've never had in my life. Like, let's hang out. And this is all how this started.
Dr. House said he was just a Boy Scout that failed many years. And Sam said he wanted to have a threesome. Okay, Sam, actually, I'll jump because this does not happen. My opinion is that that's what he wanted. I bet, if I had to bet something, that he was an older, in the closet gay man. He probably saw two handsome, men.
Well, one, and then a beast.
You don't have to call me that, Chris. And we're, playing pool, and he wants to come over and, play
He wanted to
pool
play
us.
with our balls. Yeah.
He wanted to play with our
And
balls
so-
with his stick. And look, I'll tell you the whole thing. He was a very nice man.
He was super nice.
His name is Wiz. What a name.
Of the Khalifa family.
Correct. What a name. I'm obsessed
Well, I asked
with
for
Wiz.
his name, and I was like, hey, I'm Chris. Like, what's your name? And he's like, Wiz. And I was like,
And then I said,
and I'm like, I don't have the lack of alcohol in my brain right now to process this.
to understand what Wiz is.
And then immediately I'm thinking like Wicked is coming out. I'm like, is this a joke?
Yeah,
I'm like
yeah.
trying to connect the dots.
Jesus. No, legitimately, his name was Wiz, and I had the same experience when it was my turn to meet him. And I'm like, because you have to understand, you're screaming at each other.
Nobody beats the Wiz.
Hysterical. And I said, "What's your name?" I'm Elias. He's like, Wiz, and I'm like, huh? He's like, Wiz. I'm like, Wiz? And it's one of those moments where like, what is even happening in this world? So Wiz ended up spending the rest of the night with us at the bar, not like back at home. And Wiz truly was a marvel. He was wonderful. And there was a lot of fun.
So
We had a lot of
friggin'
fun.
fantastic.
So here's Wiz. Let me show you what Wiz looks like.
Now he was
Look at this man. I
Okay.
love everything about him.
he was teaching us about pool, which was like a ton of fun.
But also encouraging. Like he
And
was like
super encouraging.
He was like kind of like hinting at like, hey, I would go for this
Yeah.
one. And then like if you did, he'd give you like a little fist bump. But he was like really good.
He showed me his badge, which he wears, and he said, "Wait, Deb, do not say you know him.
Stop it. Stop it right now, Deb.
Do you know
Stop
him,
it
Deb?
Right now.
Because he's freaking awesome."
Wait, let me show you.
If Deb,
Okay, this This
Okay,
patch,
this is the badge that he showed me, and I like at some point I probably thought that he was like
that's Uncle Wiz.
that he was like maybe a police officer at some time, but then he's like, oh, people think that I'm a cop all the time, and I'm like, and I'm looking at it.
So you
and he's
can't
like-
really make this out, but
he's
you know
like,
what it says?
Chief Brothel Inspector, and then it has 69 in the middle of the star.
Yeah. Yeah.
So this is what we're working with.
Chief Brothel Inspector 69 instead.
Because Sam, we spent like
hours.
3 or 4 hours playing pool with this guy.
Christy said, oh my God, all the picks. Also, let me go through the story of what actually went down with him. And so this was us. Hold on. Let me just switch this. Now
imagine this.
Down.
We're playing pool with a Vietnam vet who is, while Madonna is blasting in the background.
Look at this.
In the middle of the woods after Oktoberfest. Like, on what planet and in what timeline do these things actually come together?
Completely. And
I loved every moment of it.
Us, you know? And so at this point now, Chris played a game with him.
Oh my God, Chrissy, if he's there, I would totally make a patch for him that says like,
oh my God.
Grandmaster Wiz, or wait, what is?
I bet he's a local.
I'm sure he's a local. What is
I
a
think
what
that
is
you
a good catchphrase for Wiz?
Nobody beats the Wiz.
Yes, I should totally make that.
You should make it, and then when we see it, he would lose his mind.
Grand Wizard. Wait, no, that's
The Grand Marshal, I think.
Grand Marshal. That's what I meant.
So at this point, there's a couple of Muskrat loves too, so we have to redeem them. But at this point, I played a match with him. Chris played a match with him, or vice versa, and then the winner played him again. So Wiz won, except for the one match, the one moment where I think this happened. This was a nice moment. Watch. I'm gonna just lower the volume so that there's no copyright. All right, so watch.
I think so, right? Bestet. That's what I was thinking.
Oh, yeah, no, that's bad. That's bad. Wait. Hold on, you're missing it, Chris. So he's playing for the 8-ball in this corner. He misses, and then he loses the game right there. He's scratched, and now we're both screaming. There's a lot of screaming happening. You can't hear because of the music. Look, he's like, oh, my fault. I lost. Look at Wiz. Nice little man.
No, he was super cool. And so now we're...
Repeats? What do you mean, Sean? You're getting repeats? Of this particular stream? Or like other streams?
Going back and back again?
If you're seeing other streams, then I don't know. I don't know what that is. Shelly said we definitely need a pool table. Chris was really good. Like, legitimately, Chris was really good.
I love pool. I think it's so much fun. I'm not really that good. I'm just like, I just have fun doing it.
I thought this was a cool shot that I was proud of. And again, everything's overblown, but this was cool. This is Chris dancing in the background. 18 drinks in.
Now we are
ready. Boom. And then it switches to Chris's face. And he's like, oh, because he thought that he was going to get the cue ball in.
So
that was a bro handshake. Yeah.
I love playing pool too, Kathy. So we're now playing pool. We have many like rounds that we've played. We've bought drinks for Wiz like a few times because he was just fantastic and he was cool for hanging out with us. And we were all having fun.
So yeah, wait, we were there at 6:00 and we left there at the last picture with us and Wiz was at 8:30. So really only was like 2 hours actually. Damn.
But it felt
2.5 hours, but it was wild. So as we're now approaching the latter part of the night, what ended up happening was the two of the bro dudes who were at Oktoberfest came over because I guess I didn't realize we were like monopolizing the one pool table.
Oh no, we were
the whole time we were there.
We were pumping money into it.
Yeah. So
no, but they have the thing where you can put up like to play the next person.
Yeah.
And you put your quarters in, and so we were respecting that, like because Wiz put some quarters in. We and then we started playing. And then they put quarters in and they played the next round.
So then the two bro dudes came and were like, can we play double? So now at this point, I was like, Chris, you're with Wiz. you got to beat those bro dudes. And it's the two bro dudes who were just like wet mops. They were like just like untoasted
So it was like these
bread,
two guys,
you know?
and then they were playing against Wiz, or no, one wanted to play Wiz, and he said to Wiz, remember the last time I won and I took your vest?
Yeah.
And I was like, you're just a dick.
Yeah.
Like, who
Yeah.
You're so like happy that you, like, I would never have, if we won against him, if I went in the next time, I was like, remember when you when you scratched on that 8-ball, sucker?
Wow, getting sloshed playing pool with the townies while Wheel of Fortune is still on because it's so early. Oh, that's funny. And that's correct. That is in fact
100%. 100%.
Okay, so now we get to the moment. This is a moment I'll never
Now, wait, no.
forget. Oh, we're not there yet?
No, because we're playing. Wiz says, let's play pool. Let's do doubles instead.
Yeah.
So me and
so you kept part of that story. I didn't know it was that. I didn't know it was intended
no, it
for
was
it
intended
to
be
be
Wiz versus the bro dude.
one. Okay.
Yeah, the parachute pants
Yeah,
guy.
yeah.
Then Wiz turns to me and is like, you want to do doubles? And I'm like, yeah, whatever. And so then Wiz goes to him, no, let's do doubles. And so it was me and Wiz versus the other bro dudes.
Yeah.
You turn to me and you're like, you have to win for gay rights.
Yeah.
And now I'm like,
No, it was like
immediately,
homophobic.
yeah,
If you would've
immediately
lost.
stressed.
Yeah.
And I lost.
You're blaming me for your loss? That is fresh. Okay? I have to say that is fresh. Oh, have a good night. See his daughter, and I hope that all
bye,
is well
Lena.
tomorrow.
Yeah, I hope everything's okay.
Yes, go to sleep for sure. Yeah, legit. They were
Yeah,
MC
they were
Hammer
like
pants.
MC
Actually,
Hammer.
I called them that. They were MC Hammer pants. All right, so now we get to the point where I'm going to tell my version of the story because I saw something different than Chris did. And then Chris will tell his version of the story. And I still don't really know what to make of any of this, but it happened. And I'll tell you.
And I
All right.
want everybody's perspective on how should we have dealt with this.
So it's getting close to the point, I guess, where like one of the teams might win or something.
It's also getting close to blackout mode.
Completely. And so I just remember my version of the story, if I were to retell it, is that it seemed Wiz really wanted to win and was worried about the repercussions of them winning or something, but then said something along the lines, and I'm paraphrasing, like, but don't worry if like something happens, I've got us covered. And he moves his vest out and there is a gun,
A pistol.
a handgun in his vest, closes it up to Chris. He says this all to Chris.
I was like,
Chris looks at me
shit.
in a moment of clarity. Both of us were like, okay, we are not drunk anymore. And Chris goes, I think it's time for us to go. But now there's only like one or two balls left in play. So we're like, what do? We can't just leave. Is he on our side? And then me and Chris both convinced ourselves that Wiz is on our side. Wiz spent the night with us. He's probably an older gay man who's closeted. He will fight our rights for sure. And he's against the bro dudes, so therefore we're with Wiz, so we're fine. All is well for us.
Yeah, no,
that's what we were saying.
In a second, I was like immediately
No,
sober.
completely. It was
I
the craziest
like,
thing.
I mean,
There's like, you're still not, but there is a clarity that
no,
happens.
but it was
in that
like
moment.
the moment that I saw it, I was like, oh my God.
Yes.
Because I was like,
I've never had that happen in my whole life.
I
I've
was
never had
holding
that
my
happen.
pool stick, and then I was holding Wiz's pool. No,
Jen said so he was packing in more than one way.
and it was like my turn to shoot next, and he then
to shoot your pool ball.
yeah, and
Yeah. Not the gun.
yeah, and like when I saw that, like, don't worry, I've got us covered, and this, and I just see like the
Oh my
like
God,
you
even
know
thinking
that
about
texture,
this.
you know that texture.
I know. I
And,
know.
and I'm like, oh my God. I'm like,
You're like,
what the hell?
yeah.
Yeah, I'm like,
thank
yeah.
you, Wiz. Thank you,
Yeah.
Sir Wiz. Do you need anything?
Yeah.
Can I get you
Yeah, I was
anything,
like,
Sir
okay,
Wiz?
yeah. I think we like lost really quickly after
Yeah,
that because
so there
then
was only
I was
a couple
like
balls,
nervous.
and then the bro dudes ended up winning. So then it was a very quick, like, by the way, this photo, believe it or not, this was taken after the reveal of the gun. Like, we were so
You
like,
see me
hey,
leaning
Wiz!
closer to you.
Yeah. We were like, we love you, Wiz. Anything goes for you, Wiz. So legitimately, right now, I think Chris's like side is probably rubbing up against his gun. Legitimately. That is how insane that was. And that's never, ever happened to us. In my whole life, I've never encountered someone
I don't
who's
think
doing
I've
this
ever
open carry
encountered
thing
a gun in like.
in the wild that
In a
I
wild,
know about.
yeah.
There's definitely people who carry guns that we don't know about.
Yeah.
But having it and then making a joke about like, if they lose or if we lose, we got us covered, as in we're going to shoot them.
Yeah.
No thanks. I don't want to be a part of that.
Okay, so I wanted to.
Smash.
Yes, obviously, Leah, smash. But what I want to like, I'm just after
So wait,
this
tell
happened,
your part of the story. Is it similar to what I said?
No, it's similar,
Okay.
but I'm just like immediately after, I'm kind of like running through my brain and like, what is this the normal course of action where you have a gun on you? Or then I was thinking, like, is there a connection between the last time they tried to take his vest? Like, he obviously cares about this vest a lot. And that they took his vest and that guy said something about taking his vest the last time. That, like, that's why he had it on him. Like, I don't know. Like, I'm just trying to figure out, is this the norm or is this a response to something?
Yeah.
Like something that
I want to know everything about Wiz. That's my goal. So I don't know what face detection we need to do. Get his name.
I don't want anybody to reach out to him.
No, of course not. But I'm saying for me, I want to know more about him and know, like, is he cool with us? Are we friends? Is this a one-off? I have no idea. That's what I think, Leah. I think that more than likely Wiz just carries. That's his MO, that he prefers to have that on him. And he likes having the power of that. He likes making a joke about that. But when that had happened in 9 drinks later,
Yeah.
it was a wake-up call to me, like, we probably should leave. And so when we left, we walked back the quarter mile or whatever it was back to the Airstream. And we're just like, what the fuck was this night? What was this day? What was everything about this experience? We love it up here so much for this reason. Anytime we go out, some random shit happens that we just forever remember. And we're just sitting there like, this was one of our favorite nights up at Camp Muskrat, even though it ended with like that.
Like terror.
And then it's like, what does that even mean? And Chris, later on, where we were saying that it was equally as terrifying as it was thrilling because of the nature of like how this all sort of went down.
That's a good point, Leah. I mean, I wonder, like, so like we don't
Yeah,
really
that's
know.
what I think.
We don't know anything about this scenario other than that we were playing pool with this guy. And he was Ray
Z Rail. Welcome to
welcome, Ray.
Airstreamers.
Thanks for the follow.
We're a variety streamer, and we're just telling a really long story that started at 8:00, and it's now 9:15. So,
And it started with us packing up our camper, going to Oktoberfest and getting wasted, following it up by a bar, playing pool with a Vietnam vet who wrapped up the night by showing us his gun.
yeah, and we mean his like his real handgun, not like his other shooter. I think
But,
Wiz
like,
should
I
get
think-
invited to the next stream, Leah.
Look, I think
That's Wiz.
he was a super cool guy. I don't want to wish any ill on him. Maybe it just makes him feel safe. I don't know.
Leah said that's Wiz. I texted him and he said to pop on and said to pop on. 22
pop
said
off.
this isn't even the story yet, right? Okay, so there's a little bit more to the story, some bonus elements, because later on that night, now keep in mind, we ate just fries and a pretzel, like a small little boat of fries and a pretzel. That was our whole
That we
meal.
shared.
That was our whole meal. We drank like 5 drinks at the Oktoberfest. I'm kidding about the 9 total or 9 at the bar, but I think it was maybe 9 total because I had like 3-ish.
No, I had
drinks
at least 3 at the bar.
at the bar, and then we walked back.
But I
to
feel
the
like
place.
that bar closed for a little bit, and then they had blatant signs everywhere saying that they only serve over 21.
I bet there was
and
something
I feel like
there.
there was something that happened where like they were serving underage because but they are very generous pourers.
Very
there.
generous pourers. We did not give Wiz a business card, and it is not October yet. But I wonder if maybe this is the only time that they can like secure that space because it's a huge lot that they secured. So we get back to the Airstream. We're both completely in shock of the night. We have no idea what the hell just even happened. We're not even capable of like looking through our photos to see what the hell happened. It's just been a wild experience. We're kind of hungry, starving. Chris somehow manages to make a little personal pan pizza situation, basically almost burns it. We eat. At some point, we're watching Friday the 13th part 2, I think.
Yeah.
And then it's like 10 o'clock, and I'm like, we need to go to bed. I'm tired.
I was exhausted. I was exhausted. I mean, we never go to bed.
Bye, Leah. Have a good night.
Bye,
See ya.
Leah. Thanks for jumping on.
So we go to bed, and we're sitting in bed, going to sleep. Like, I immediately went to sleep, and then cut to like 2 freaking o'clock in the morning. Guess what? I've got the hiccups. And you know what it means when I get the hiccups? That something's going to go down now.
So now what happens is Elias has the hiccups, and I feel awful because I know what that feeling is like. And he's kind of in this mode of just, I want one of two things: for him to stop, or for me to just put the pillow over him and be like, night. Because I can't, like, after the day that we've had, and I'm like trying to sleep, I can't with you hiccuping next to me. So I'm like, in my mind, in this stupor, I'm so wasted. And I remember Mary Jane's niece telling her, peanut butter always solves hiccups.
I forgot about that.
It was the Mary Jane in my mind.
Oh my God, you gave me peanut butter that night in bed.
No, we've packed up everything in the Airstream. So there's peanut butter in the tote, in my truck, at the bottom, like, of the toast.
Did I get peanut butter?
While you were there hiccuping, I went out of the Airstream, went through the puddle, which there was a puddle because
shut the hell up.
There was a huge puddle that happened outside the Airstream because when we were putting the extension on to the hose, because remember, we moved the Airstream back, I didn't screw it on tight enough. And so it was like spraying out a little bit, enough to make like a big pool of water
right next to his car.
So I'm like going through swamp water now in my truck
at like 2:30 in the morning,
digging through what we packed, getting peanut butter, taking a big scoop of it. Now, like I will, like a lollipop, I'm walking back to the Airstream. I go inside and I get.
God.
Bye, Ray. Thanks for jumping on.
See ya.
I give you the lollipop of peanut butter, and you take it.
So then now I remember that. I forgot that moment. I get the little lollipop of peanut butter and I'm eating it. And I remember now that it's happened and I can remember it, thinking this is absolutely delicious. This is so good. Thank you, Chris, for this lovely little lollipop. And then I'm like, all right, I got to pee. So I get up and I go pee. This is maybe like at 3 o'clock now. The hiccups are, I guess, possibly gone. Is Mary Jane right about that?
Oh, no, they weren't gone.
Okay. So I go to pee, and while I'm standing there to pee, I'm like, it's coming. I'm going to throw up right now. It's coming. And I just lean down, and you know how tiny the Airstream bathroom is.
Yeah.
And I'm vomiting all inside the Airstream bathroom, the bowl. Vomit.
I hear it, and at this point, I'm just turning over to the other side.
You're like, thank fucking God. And I just was like, I hate everything about this night, but I'll never forget it, and it's absolutely memorable. And so at this point now, all of my vomit has gone like around the bowl. So I'm like white. I'm now cleaning after all of this has gone over so that I don't have to deal with it in the morning. I felt instantly better. I go to bed and I just passed out for the rest of the night and woke up, and I just remember thinking like, am I pregnant? What happened last night?
Tubi said you can't drink like that after 40. It always
100%.
goes bad.
It really does.
No, it was out of control.
Best that is gagging. I'm sorry, but it was bad. It was really bad. And I just couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe the next morning how I felt. And like someone said, had it so much happen before 10. Who said that? Because that's funny. And the answer is, I don't know. I don't know how much could happen up there.
Yeah. It was literal frat boys, Heidi. Literal frat boys. Because then the next morning, so all of this sets that day.
Oh my God, Jen, can you imagine if we lost Chris for him to get peanut butter?
And the craziness that happened on Saturday, we now have to wake up early on Sunday morning to move the Airstream back home or to the dealership. So we get up, I think it was like, I don't know, we got up at like 11:30 or something.
Yeah, and then I did my Pokemon Go Plus Plus, and it was like, congratulations, you slept 12 hours. I'm like, holy shit, what time did we go to bed last night? And we went to bed at 10 o'clock or 10:30. So my Pokemon sleep literally caught me sleeping for about 12 hours, like 12 total hours. And I thought it was a mistake, but no, we slept 12 hours.
I wasn't terrible the next morning. I was like sort of okay. You
No,
were,
I was unwell.
Okay, well then we had to figure
No,
out.
I got like, I took Advil, I drank water. I was like, not okay. And then we had to start the process of like, what the hell are we going to
Finish packing.
We got to move all the shit. We have no breakfast at all because we were planning on
You
going
talk
out
about
somewhere.
frat boys, Heidi. You know what we had for breakfast?
We had, what kind of donut is it? An Entenmann's or Entenmann's?
I thought it was Entenmann's.
Entenmann's Devil's Food Cake
Chocolate
donut. I had a bag of pickles,
orange juice,
an orange juice,
and Dorito flavored Smart
food,
popcorn.
Yeah.
I did not have the pickles.
I don't know why. They were delish. I could have them right now. They were so good. They're a little bag of pickles that have no juice in
Eggs
them.
and eggs.
Boy breakfast. Oh, boy breakfast. That's it. Boy breakfast.
Okay, it was all that we had.
Yes,
Yeah,
23.
no,
That's
best
exactly
that. It was insane. It was all that we had in the Airstream, and we were gonna go out for breakfast. But if we went out for breakfast, then it would be like
another like hour before we got to start moving. So on the way home, so at this point we finally like everything is gone, you know, we're doing what we're supposed to do. The Airstream is packed.
23.
And then here's this footage of Chris moving the Airstream.
Can I go to it?
Okay, you can go to it. So here's Chris moving the Airstream. There we go. It's going up the hill. We're good. Everything is connected. And there we go. And then right at this point, now that end there looks like it's like low, but we're going up a hill. But right at that point, I'm filming that and I'm running up to go back to Chris's car to like leave. And a giant wasp eats my hand right here. It's still red right here. And it was painful. It was stuck to me. And I'm going like this and I had to like scoop the wasp off. Can you believe that?
Yeah.
Insane. So we get in the car and we're driving. And we're like, you know what? It probably makes sense to go straight to the dealership from here rather than home and then tomorrow go to the dealership. So let's do that. But it was a freaking 3-hour drive to get there. And then another 2 hours to come back to where we were. We did not get home till about 10 o'clock Sunday night. And had to do all our shit, like clean up everything and do the cats and go to whatever, prepare for our day tomorrow the next day. Holy McMoly.
Oh my God. Jay said I was doing okay until you described breakfast.
So there we go.
So yeah, that was our, like, it is a lot to tell.
It took 9 hours and 21 minutes for us to tell that story.
It was such a crazy weekend. Oh my God.
The boss was thinking, there goes the guys that killed the rest of our family. Revenge. Whiz weekend.
So yeah, I mean, we survived it. We had a ton of fun. I don't know that we can do this for maybe until next Oktoberfest.
I'm okay to do it a year from now.
Yeah.
I think, but not until then.
Yeah.
Because that was a lot. That was absolutely a lot. But that said, fun fact, one time at band camp, just kidding, I wanted a tuna sandwich. Then I needed something to drink. I wanted some dark chocolate soy milk. Tuna and chocolate soy milk cancel each other out taste-wise. Stop. Is that true?
Wait, really?
Wow. So, 27 feet is the Airstream. And so
Yeah, and the truck is already like an extended cab, so it's like
it's pretty lengthy.
yeah, it's a lot to drive. There are like some really cool features. I don't know if you have a video of
Yeah.
it. Like cool features of like when I am towing it. So I mean, I'm driving this
You can play.
3 hours now, towing this Airstream after having that crazy day, but I did okay.
You did great. So here's an example. I'm going to just play from here.
Like when you put your
when
blinker-
we're turning,
4 miles, turn right onto State Route 17B.
there you go.
It has like cameras to show you where you're turning and like
Yeah.
to see the blind spots and stuff. It's really cool.
Do I have another
Thanks,
photo of
Mozzie.
that? This is the photo of us putting the like a hyperlapse or whatever time lapse of us like raising it and lowering it so that we can get it off of the car, which is cool.
But yeah, it's there. Oh, so you know what happened is when I dropped the
There we
Airstream
are.
off, I dropped it off and we're like, okay, well, not we are. I am very particular about things in the Airstream. And
Oh, this is a funny story.
and when we moved the truck, when we moved the Airstream, I just from experience and probably was more so with the smaller Bambi that we had, that things just get jumbled around, probably just because of where wheel placement is and like
Yeah, and also
distribution
it
of
was
weight
one
and everything.
wheel versus the two wheels.
It's probably not as much of an issue with this one, but I'm still like,
Yeah, you're sensitive to it.
yeah,
And you want to make sure that it's
anxious
good.
about it.
Yeah.
So what we have come to do is when we move it, we tape down with like blue painter's tape. We'll tape the closets closed so that they don't bounce like stuff out as stuff is moving around. I went to go drop off.
But now Chris's version of taping isn't like one piece of tape. It's like a constructing.
I think I have a picture of it.
It's like an H or like a tic-tac-toe sign across things to like double reinforce.
Wait, can I send you this and can you share?
Yeah, just there. Drop it to my Mac. When you look at it, it literally just is blue tape everywhere inside the Airstream. And so yeah.
I haven't watched this, so I hope there's nothing inappropriate, but I think it's fine.
Well, I don't have the volume up. So then
Did it go?
it's going. Here we go. It should populate soon.
Yeah, Tammy, it does have like the heavy duty cabinet locks. I don't know, when we drove the Airstream, the Bambi, like sometimes they would pop open, and I don't know if it's just because like we have heavier stuff in there.
Oh, I'm going to mute it. So I don't know what you got going on there.
But I just tape it to be safe. I don't know. It just gives me comfort. It's one less thing to worry about when we're streaming or when we're driving it.
Like, I mean, just
But
like
I
looking
have-
around like,
yeah.
what in the hell are you've got going on
So
here?
there's literally tape all over the cabinets.
Look, like down there. Also, why are you moving your phone like wildly like this?
23, total crime scene. Now, I just left it like that because they don't need to go in the cabinets. But I wanted to let the person who was checking in the Airstream know. So I said to her, hey, like, we just tape them down because I don't want stuff shuffling around when we're moving it. If you guys need to take any tape off, totally feel free. And so she walks in and she sees it and she's like, oh my God. She's like, okay, well, we're going to have to tell the technicians this because we use blue tape to mark the things that need to be fixed.
So that means
In the Airstream.
they walked in
So
and
if they
thought,
walk in,
yeah.
they would be like, everything is broken.
Amazing. Absolutely amazing. I'm pretty sure that covers the majority of all the bullet points we wanted to hit. It's 9:27. I think we did okay, but I still can't believe that we can talk that long about a singular event, which was the weekend.
I think
and I bet we have more. I think we have more we could talk
Probably.
about, but I would like to get to wine because we did get wine, and I want to tell you a story about this wine because I think it's pretty interesting.
this wine?
Yes.
Oh, really?
Okay. Yes, and I'll tell you why. So
Oh,
let's move to
Muskrat
that.
Love. Hang
yes,
on.
do the Muskrat Love to reason. Oh,
There's a little cheddar back here.
Exactly, Abishi. Well, I know it doesn't sound as we were focused, but we actually were remaining on task for the story of the weekend. We actually didn't divert to like other things. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's impressive. I think we did okay.
Kathy, it would have been so much fun.
Oh, yes. Oh my God. It was such a blast of a weekend. All right. So we're going to go to wine. Now here's the deal about this wine. All right, so check it out. On screen, it says 349, but we have a 351 bottle. I am nearly certain that these are all particular.
What do you
I
mean?
could not find a 351.
No, when I went
Bottle.
to Bottle King, they had like a lot of these numbers everywhere.
No, I saw online when I tried to find this like 231. I saw 75 this. I saw 2349. And look, it's a limited block of 351 release. It's like it seems the block of grapes that they get this from is like the 351 block.
Oh, interesting.
So I think it's pretty limited. I think it's very interesting. So it's a Rutherford Cabernet Sauvignon that's limited block 351 release. It is from Vineyard Block Estate. It's special reserve. And,
no, I'm sorry, Bastet. It's just closer.
and there is a thing here that's like a number that's 6847. If you look at the number that's on the screen, it's like something less than that. I'm telling you, these are like almost serial number style stuff.
So there is a number, but is there a phone number?
I will tell you in a sec. Let me read the back. Our Vineyard Block Estate series is comprised of special lots, hand-selected by our winemakers from among California's most exclusive wine districts and vineyards. This Rutherford Cabernet Sauvignon offers a bouquet of blueberry compote and vanilla across the palate and finishes with fine-grained tannins, blackberry, and chocolate ganache. Oh. But it doesn't say anything about, no, there is no phone number. It's a 14.8 mother load.
Damn.
And it's block 351. So
All right, let's
I don't
see.
know what it means, but I could not find for the first time, for one of the few times, I could not find the picture to represent the wine.
Oh, this is dark.
It's very dark. It's the chocolate ganache.
Yeah.
Ganache? What is
Ganache.
it? Ganache? Whoa. Not the same winery, but this is what I found about a place on LI when I was looking for 351. A Long Island winery has shut down after the New York State Liquor Authority suspended its license, with officials accusing patrons of engaging in public sex, brawls, and other rowdy behavior. The owners of Vineyard 48 in Cachoga announced Wednesday they have canceled their license and will close permanently.
What?
Damn! Public sex!
All right.
Damn! Whoa, Chris, this is so dark. I can't see my hand
Yeah,
at all.
no, this is like
Do you smell it though?
kind of.
I smell chocolate.
Do you?
I smell chocolate and ganache.
Wow. All right, I'm going in.
Okay, so you know when you open up a Ferrero Rocher,
Yeah.
think about all the components of it, the crinkliness, and you open it, and then there's this beautiful little nugget on the inside.
Yeah.
And then you take your first bite, and the combination of the textures of like, it feels a little bit like styrofoam, but a little bit like a packing peanut, but a little bit like
Yeah.
a Reese's peanut butter cup.
Yeah.
And then you start chewing, and it's just deliciousness. I'm getting all of that in this sip.
You know how? Yeah, I 100% can see that. You know how like you get a cherry cordial, like but like it's not super cherry. It's kind of like a little bit like.
Yeah.
I kind of get if you were to do like a Pillsbury chocolate frosting cordial.
So like a more generic version of a chocolate cordial?
No, I'm saying like it. I'm just
What's
saying.
the Pillsbury?
You know, like you get the Pillsbury like chocolate frosting, and you open up the like
No, I don't
the
know.
like
Oh, like
cake
just a frosting? Okay, yeah,
Like a
yeah,
tub
yeah.
of frosting.
Okay, you can't say Pillsbury because that we use that as a different thing. We talk about how everything, there's the Pillsbury effect where everything tastes the same.
No, I'm just saying, okay, fine. Duncan Hines or
Sure,
Betty
thank
Crocker.
you. Betty Crocker.
Yeah.
Let's go. You open up a Betty Crocker frosting. I'm with you.
Yeah, the frosting.
Yeah, I'm with
but
you.
if you turned it into like a cordial,
I'm with you.
and it's kind of like distant. I mean, this is probably the first time that I actually get the note of
chocolate.
chocolate.
Me too.
And it's really nice.
It's really nice.
like this is a very nice wine. How much was this?
I don't know, but
'Cause
this
we
is
got
a
this as a
really
snack pack.
nice wine.
$3.51. Oh, this was expensive.
This
was-
is a $37 bottle of wine,
We got this as snack pack.
and it's absolutely
Yeah. Look, I mean, remarkable taste, not over dry. The taste is perfect for a cab.
Yeah, I agree
no,
with
I
that.
agree with this.
This is a really, really nice wine.
I'm ready to rate it.
I'm ready to rate it.
1, 2, 3, 7.
6 and a tail.
I think it's an actual set. This is
Yeah.
the first time that I've had a 7 that is not on a. I think this is a 7. This is really
I think I
nice
could have
wine.
given it a 7. I'm not going to change it, but I think I could have given it a 7.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong
This
with
is
this wine.
absolutely chef's kiss of a wine.
It's pricey.
I think maybe
But-
in my head I just can't imagine that a $36 bottle of wine is a 7 as compared to like a $100 bottle of wine. But I feel like
I don't
this
know
is
that I would-
truly a perfect wine. This is truly a perfect wine.
This is very nice. Yeah. There's nothing that
very,
I could
very
ask
good.
for to be better in this. If I were to say dirty bottle, Le Chateauneuf de Peu,
de la Peu.
Le Peu.
Yeah.
That wine, really good. This is a step above it.
I don't think it's a step above. See, that's where I think my 6.5 comes in.
Really.
Yeah, I think equal or just below.
No.
Just below. Something about it is not exactly perfect. I'm saying it's a perfect wine because for the cost and everything, it's like really nice. But there's just something that's holding me back, and I don't know what it is.
I'm just.
I wonder if it's this. I wonder if it's the concern that we'll never be able to replicate this wine again because of the limited
But
amount.
shouldn't that be what wine is? I
The
feel like
uniqueness of it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's sort of like what it's always been. I don't know.
Yeah.
Like
You're-
it's not manufactured.
Yeah.
Wine should be enjoyed and it's an experience.
You get it or you don't.
Yeah.
And it works or it doesn't.
Yeah.
This is profound.
Yeah. Listen, I'm sticking by my 7. I
No,
think
absolutely.
This is a solid 7.
This is cheers. This
Cheers
is
to
a
this.
really
This is a
good
really nice
freaking
wine.
wine.
All right. Well,
Love it. It's so freaking good.
6 and above, and we've exceeded that. Exceeded it.
When we get there, we do our little jammy jam where we're gonna play OG Steve's wine song. That when I go like this, we're gonna do it. When I go like this, I'm gonna say some words. You got to read my lips.
No
No
new
new
taxes.
taxes. And then you're gonna guess what I'm saying with my lips. The first person to guess it gets a prize.
Which will include the spooky season Muskrat Nation sticker junkie 7 muskrat sticker.
All right, here we go. Can you move it from over there to the next page? It's this one.
This one?
Here we go.
All right. Thanks, OG Steve, for this lovely song.
You'll drink yours and I'll drink mine. It's 1 o'clock. La 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 la. It's time for wine o'clock. Segments. Wine, 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 wine. Time for wine and here we go. It's 1 o'clock. La la la. Wine o'clock. We only drink red, never white. At 1 o'clock. La la la. It's time for wine o'clock. Yeah. Here we go. It's 1 o'clock. La la la. Time for wine. 7 muscats never dusty. 1 o'clock. La la la. It's time for wine o'clock. Everybody say. Wine, 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 wine.
Yeah.
Congratulations, Jen
Jen,
Biglia.
it is Nobody Beats the Wiz.
Correct.
Or it could have been Conceal and Carry. I don't know.
Whoops.
Jen, fill out the
Nobody
form.
beats the Wiz.
Exclamation winner. Anything on exclamation prizes is available. It's fully updated now, so Eloise is on there.
Also, you know what you said about before with Wicked coming out?
Where is it out?
No, oh my God.
Oh.
You think we would just be living in this world right now, free
Oh, okay.
floating?
That I'll go to the.
I don't care if you're not going or what. I am right there day one. I need to watch that movie. It's
I'll go to the dinner one.
Fine, I don't care. But I'm saying it's an important movie that we need to go to.
Thank you,
Absolutely
best-
important
or-
movie.
Thank you, Sean. Thank you.
Did you see? Do you follow Matty Majakmo on
Yes.
Instagram? I messaged. He posted a photo of the movie. Did I tell you the story about how he said in his post how this is Cynthia's movie to possibly win a Best Oscar for?
Cynthia?
And that, Cynthia Erivo, the Wicked Witch, and that the next movie, because it's in two parts, would be Ariana's movie to win Best Actress for. And I'm thinking in my head, I'm like, really giving Ariana Grande like a Best Actress award? So I messaged them. I
But
was like,
why? Because how are
Don't
the songs
spoil it,
broken up?
but like the end part is like the first half is like the
Oh, it's gonna end at that part. Okay.
yeah. And then the second part is going to end with like
Yeah,
the,
okay.
you know. Anyway, I don't want to spoil it if you haven't watched it, but and we're talking about the Broadway show, not the movie, because we don't know what it's like. So I messaged and I was like, do we really think we're talking about like Best Actress awards for like Ariana Grande and like Cynthia and from this movie? Like, is that really a thing? And he's like, I know people who are like in the industry who've already watched it, who've given him their opinions, and he thinks yes.
Yeah, he's probably. I guarantee. I know who he's friends with.
Who's he friends with?
Faye Dunaway. What's his name?
Duh, that's definitely what it is.
Yeah, he's freaking in it. He's in the movie.
He's probably just texting him like,
Yeah, and he's probably like, she's fantastic.
duh. Faye Dunaway is the Instagram name. The real person is the guy from SNL. Oh my God, what's his name? Matt. Oh, Bowen Yang.
Bowen Yang, yeah.
Oh, okay,
So listen,
you've answered that.
Bowen
Yes.
Yang, yeah, Bowen Yang lives in New York. He works for SNL. He's in the movie. Matty Majakmo has hung
Yes,
out with him
yes.
and is friendly.
They're friends with him.
And there's like a gay circle of friends.
Why are we not in that? I don't know. Because we're too busy hanging out with the Wiz. But you know what?
Well, okay, our level is hanging
That's
out with
the
the
Wiz.
Whiz. Yeah,
His level is
hanging out with
the
Bowen
Wiz.
Yang. Yeah.
Yes.
So
No, the joke. You
yeah.
missed it. There was a joke there you didn't
yeah,
land.
is Bowen Yang the Wiz?
No.
Oh, what is he? What is he playing?
He's gonna play the friend of
Elphaba.
his name is like Poofula or something. It's like Fufula or something weird. I don't know how to pronounce it. Like Fanny, I think it's Fanny with a P. It's like PFANNEY.
Who's playing Ferrero?
Jonathan Bailey, who's sexy as AF and is gay.
I don't know him.
Jonathan Bailey, you know from, maybe you don't know.
But Fanny?
Jonathan Bailey was from Heartstoppers from Bridgerton. He's gonna be the new guy in Jurassic World Rebirth.
Oh God, they're doing that still.
Yeah. Oh, he was in.
Noses, the old schnoz hole.
Yeah, I just know him from like people talking about him on Bridgerton. He's very attractive, and I think he's going to be a really good Fiero. Look, we've gone off a tangent with this at this point, but I do think Wicked will dominate.
Sheriff Wiz University.
Yeah,
Shiz. Yeah.
Shiz University.
Yeah. Shiz is it.
That's where they go. The witch goes to Shiz University, and she wants to.
Well, they both go.
Yes, but Ariana is already there, and she's a popular girl. And
Popular.
She teaches her how to become popular.
Yeah.
You need to understand, folks, about this
She's
Wizard
going
of
to be
Oz.
popular.
Wicked, yes, popular.
No, in one phrase, it's popular.
Yeah, it's the best.
But she's going to be popular. She's going to be popular.
Am I I supposed to follow it up with anything?
I mean, the lyrics, but that's okay. For Shizzle, my under.
She's gonna be popular. I know about popular.
Popular. Lar.
I need everyone to understand.
La.
There was a point in time, me and Chris we were under a chokehold with Wicked.
Yeah.
When I tell you for approximately one whole year,
No, we listened to it.
every day, anywhere we went, all the time ever, it was like a crutch of, it was an important
But what was
thing we
interesting
did.
is we listened to it, but we didn't see the play yet because
we had no idea what was
tickets, but
even
we had
happening.
no idea what was going on in the songs, and we tried to like formulate what the story
like,
was.
pick it up
I don't
from
know
that.
how it wasn't spoiled for us, but
Right, because then we watched it and I
because
was like,
then we
holy
watched it and we're
frickin'
like, oh my
shit.
god, this is such a good story.
It's such a good story.
Look,
oh my God.
I'm not a musical person. I'm not a Broadway person, but I will say that the Wicked is hands down a fantastic show. And I think I'm excited for the movie.
The play has never been broadcast from the stage version, but maybe I shouldn't say it online. There are ways you can find these things.
Yeah, it's
That's
illegal.
all I'll say. Yeah, no, they're illegal, but there's a specific way that's technically not illegal based off of it being on major outlets.
Yeah, okay.
You know, you're watching it isn't doing the illegal thing. The recording of it is doing the illegal thing. So the book is not
I didn't
nearly
read the book,
as
JJG.
similar. I think that the book takes this very, very, very serious tone, and I think the movie does a whole lot more playfulness with parts, but then gets really serious.
I think what's so interesting, and no spoilers for it, but like,
No, you don't, Sean. You don't need to see the play to enjoy the movie. I think the movie is going to be a pretty good representation of the
what I
play.
would recommend is if you have not watched The Wizard of Oz,
That's correct.
you should definitely watch The Wizard of Oz
That's
first,
correct.
and then you can watch Wicked.
I think if you don't
it's
watch
just such
Wizard
a
of Oz,
fantastic take of it.
you're completely missing out on half of Wicked, I want to say.
Yeah.
It's like if you took the movie Wizard of Oz and just shifted a camera that's never been shown just a little bit to the left of the main action, and you kind of lurked in the shadows and watched what was going on the sideline. That's what Wicked is about.
Jen, it's funny because I asked Elias about because his students are talking about Wicked. So many of his students haven't seen The Wizard of Oz. So yeah, I mean, there are people who
Yeah.
haven't seen it.
And you know what's crazy? So last year, because I found out many of my students didn't show it, I showed it as like a part of a lesson about musical movies in one of my classes, and like it ended and the kids were like into it. And I'm like, it's wonderful and remarkable how a story and a piece of entertainment can withstand the,
Jen, you are
the
not.
test of time.
The furthest from it.
So I agree with Jen. I don't, Jen. Absolutely not.
Look at Bernie. Bernie.
Why is the light off up there? Well, yeah, why is the light off up there? And why is that light off?
Because it makes the background all weird.
No, we can't have that. This is darkness. You can't see anything. Look,
Bernie?
what do we see? We see nothing.
Yeah, we see Bernie.
Clean, clean, clean.
Look at this one.
Raisin. Oh, little baby.
So what do we do? Or is it a wrap
done.
for tonight?
It's a wrap. We're good. We talked a very...
Oh, we have to do a raffle though.
Yes, we have to do a raffle.
All right, folks.
Bernie.
Enter the raffle. Remember, any prizes that you get will include by default the Muskrat Nation spooky sticker.
Bernie, clean, clean, clean. Bernie. Can you go to Bernie?
Bernie. Oh my God, why is my nose?
Holy shit. Oh, Chris bounced. I don't know where he's at. Shit. So everyone's homework is to watch The Wizard of Oz if you have not already, because it's important. And everyone then has to come to New York City, get a ticket to Wicked, and go watch Wicked. That's the deal. Okay. Lastly, I want to say, me and Chris have been on this spooky season kick starting from all the way last year, and we have been slowly going through our repertoire of horror movies that we have been trying to watch, and we are finally at the Friday the 13th movies. And we just are about to finish, probably tonight we'll finish the last one. And listen, here's my take. They're not scary except for one, because you kind of don't really know what's going on. But after one, they're all the same.
Yeah.
It's the same movie.
I don't understand how they're so famous.
I don't know. And I don't know how they made so much money. I guess maybe because nothing else existed in at the time. But the story arc is, you don't know anyone's name. Everyone is interchangeable. There's just maybe the one who's the more important one of the bunch, who lasts the longest. And then a creepy old man who just murders them in various different ways. And none of them are really interesting. And that's it. No, this is not Star Wars. This is
Who asked that?
because Steve told her to watch Star Wars. Wait, what are the comments? "23 said I heard a wild moose call. That was a painful blow." Oh, you were all the way in there and everyone's hearing you blow your nose.
I know. I was in the laundry room.
Oh my God. Oh, Bernie. I think that if I were to compare Sean, if I were to compare Nightmare on Elm Street versus Friday the 13th 1, I think that a more scary movie is Friday the 13th. However, I want to say there is a scenario that took place in Friday the 13th 1 that I think was a perfect setup to a jump scare. And this is probably why it did well, because there are a couple of moments where there's an interesting little jump scare that kind of takes you by surprise. But it was enough for Dr. Chris Wheel of Fortune Mark next to me, to absolutely lose his mind and scream with concern that 911 was being called from the neighbors. Okay?
We all know I'm a screamer. So...
Yeah.
Elias says he gets these shiver me timbers whenever he gets scared. I just, at some point in my life, this has not been always, but at some point in my life, I scream when things scare me.
Yes, and I need to tell y'all folks, these goat screams Chris does are not fake.
No,
goat
I will pinky swear they are totally legitimate.
Yeah, and I experienced it when he goat screamed during a sequence in Friday the 13th from 1981 or whatever it was.
So, geez, Steve.
A warrant option. Oh my God, this is too funny. But yeah, we're going to finish Friday the 13th part 5 or whatever it is, part 4. It's not great. It's whatever. If you watch one, you watch them all. The only interesting thing is the idea behind Jason and the idea behind why he does what he does, I guess, and his reverence for his family in a weird way. I don't know. But they didn't even explore that in 3. 3 was just a normal, stupid bullshit.
I think... I don't know if you talked about this while I was doing the old honker in the laundry room, but the fact that they recap the previous movie.
Thing. And Steve actually told us that. He mentioned that a while back when we were talking
Steve
about
or
it.
Imposter Steve?
OG Steve, I remember a while back saying you can skip the first 20 minutes of 2 or something like that because it's a recap.
Yeah.
And it literally is a giant
insane.
recap of the first movie for no reason. We all watched it, and if you didn't miss anything.
It's insane that they can get away with another movie, but that so much
You know, Steve, I think you were saying about how we had talked about watching Friday the 13th back like a year ago, and I remember you saying something about how you
Friday
can
the
watch the
13th.
first one, Friday the 13th, watch the first one, but you could skip the beginning of the subsequent ones because they're always recaps. That was a weird clicking noise.
I always talk a lot of smack. Yeah, no, I think you said, Elias said that you just talked about the recap that happens in the beginning of the Halloween movies, which is insane.
Yeah, Kathy, and the first one, if you don't know anything about it, it's really creepy. And but I don't know, let's call it a twist, is interesting and different than all the rest. But the rest of them are crap. And do you know, fun fact, what we're learning from watching this, that we learned that his stupid mask, his hockey mask, doesn't even appear until midway through 3.
Yeah, I had no idea.
No
I thought
idea.
it was a staple.
I thought it was a staple from the beginning.
Yeah.
And it was not. My thoughts on it.
Okay, as a kid, I watched it. It was like 2 VHS tapes, I think, right? I remember watching it, and it freaked me out.
Yeah, I was not happy about the new
But then
movies.
the
I
new
think
movie,
are
I think,
like
was
it was fine.
okay.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah, I think he's just a good storyteller, Steve.
I have beef with it.
Why?
I listened to the story. I listened to the book, and it was the absolute longest book I've ever listened to in my whole life. Do you know how long it was? You know how you watched
Oh, I'm sure it was really long.
You know how,
probably
like,
35 hours.
47 hours.
Yeah, I believe it.
It took me what felt like months of driving back and forth to work to listen to. And I kind of had a gist of what the story was. But there's a part, no spoilers, that happens at the end of the book that is so foul and so repulsive and almost feels like the author has lost your trust in them because of how depraved it is when you really didn't expect anything like that to happen, that it still haunts me. And I feel, and not in a good way it haunts me, but it was so bad that they removed it for the sequel of the movie. Like, it's not in it.
Is it in the main movie, like the first movie?
I don't think so. I think it's illegal for it to be in the movies. That's how bad it is.
You used the new buzzer, but you've got neck beard.
Yeah, no,
So
because that buzzer doesn't freaking work.
I think you need to do it.
I don't think you have it set up right.
I think I do. What are you doing?
No, it's the dongly thing just dips, and I was running out of time. No, it's bad.
It's really bad. You need to fix
No, but
that.
I think it's broken, is what I'm saying.
it's not broken.
Okay.
Okay.
Gremlins. Oh my God, we were talking about that. We were gonna watch
Yeah,
that. Next.
that was on the list, Best Ed. I was curious because I think as a kid it was terrifying, but I don't know. Is it still scary?
I think because they're animal-like, it scares me, and I feel bad for Gizmo. So
I had a Gizmo doll as a kid.
E.T. is so good.
E.T. is so good.
But like the part, that part with the tunnels and the.
I loved my
stuff.
Gizmo doll.
Oh my God.
I
never
loved
had a
my
Gizmo
Gizmo.
doll.
Really?
No, I think I would have been too scared. Absolutely. I would have, if I knew
I
there was a Gizmo
loved
doll
my
in the house,
Gizmo doll.
and like my brother played a prank on me where he like threw water on it or something, I would never have slept again.
Yeah, no, Gizmo is so cute. All right, folks, we're going to pick a winner, and then we're going to raid somebody. And I don't know. Who's it going to be this time? I don't know. Bentley's coming out of the closet. What are you doing in there, Bentley? My co-host is here. Oriole, thank you so much for joining me. Oh my God, Oriole, you're the best co-host ever. Oriole. Smorial, little Smorial. No, don't kick him out. Oh my God, look at this little. She's so pissed when we go away and she doesn't have her bed. Say hi to Bastet, Eloise.
Anything? Nothing.
She's pissed. She's like, you're not paying me for this. Aw. Okay, who are we gonna raid? Do your little research.
Yeah, let me do my research.
And I'm gonna pick a winner. All right, folks. Everything is updated on the website. I have to get designing on my next one. I was thinking of doing a tater tot one. I don't know what food would tater tot be? Any ideas? I was thinking of blackberry maybe, but does that work? I don't know. An Entenmann's donut?
Maybe an Entenmann's donut is like a lifesaver.
No, not a lifesaver.
No, like a tube.
Yeah, but then it's like
That's funny.
he's a tater tot. Oh, right.
Tater tot.
A potato.
Tater tot and a tater tot.
Oh, maybe a potato. That's good because we already have hash brown Oreo.
All right, hold on.
Tater
Let's
tot
see.
tort.
What is a tater tot tort?
What is a tort, like a dessert?
Hold on.
Chocolate glazed donut. Okay, well, I have to ruminate on it. Oreo will be a s'mores.
God, why does
Yeah,
this
definitely
website
s'mores.
just not work?
Find somebody good for us to raid.
Here,
I'm going to
this
pick a...
Magnetisonic emblem later, free PC Destiny Day. I don't know what this is.
no, is that... What's... I don't know. I trust you. You always do better.
What do you mean you always do better? I've never...
Better than me. I always...
Oh, this person is from like Italy or something. Should we raid them?
Well, do they speak English?
Portuguese. Ingles. Yeah, they do speak English.
It's Raisin. He's shaky. He's like, it's shaky cam now. Tater tot fondue fell in. Steve.
Oh, this person is playing Balatro? Let's see that.
No, that's 8.
Yeah.
Let's do somebody else.
You want to do like
Like, what's this one?
Roblox? Very demure Roblox player.
Okay, I'm picking a winner. I trust you, Elias. Are we ready? I'm going to say 2 winners tonight. Thank you guys for hanging with us and putting up with our story where a gun was shown
Was
by
yeah.
Wiz. The Wiz.
And the winner is
First winner. Tammy! Congratulations, Tammy. Fill out the form, exclamation winner. Another
this
one.
guy.
Thank you.
and the winner is
Raw! Congratulations, Raw. Fill out the form, exclamation winner. Folks, you'll both get Spooky Season Muskrat Nation sticker. But in addition to that, choose a prize. And all the prizes are updated on the website. It has the new Eloise Cupcake sticker on there too.
All right, we're about to raid someone named Cass Cage, and they're playing Dead by Daylight, and they're a gay man that says me, only tunnels and chaos shuffle if they use items. I don't know what any of that means. They have 92 people watching so far, and here we go. We're about to raid. Thanks for tuning in to another episode of Airstreamers, folks, and we'll see you next time.
We'll see you on
Bye.
Friday.